Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Andy. Today I'm making a video teaching you how to use different grading techniques on Canvas, especially for large lectures or any classes in college or high school. There are many grading scales or many grading criteria that you can use in various assignments. For example, if there's like homework or like the exams and the final exam or anything you want to include as a part of a course final grade. Today I will make a demonstration. Perhaps having the course is first year mathematics for college engineering major, which called Math 121. So Math 121 is just like a course that I just randomly made up and we just use for the video and all for the demonstration. For example, the course have three major groups of assignment. We have homework and exams and final exam. There are four non-cumulative exams through the term, each were 4 weeks apart, and lastly, there's going to be a final examination. As it tests everything learned in this term. So, and how the weighting is, the homework is 10% per grade. So how you weight different assignments? So when you go to like the assignment tab, if you can find like the top right corner, there's like three dots in here. You can hear setting like assignment weight. And you find like assignment group weight. If you uncheck them, everything will be unweighted. So everything works the same. Everything works the same, and just the weight doesn't matter. So just how many points that student earned matter for their final grade. If you want to creating more weighting besides the exams and homework, you can just back the three dot and then compute the assignment group weight final group based on the assignment group, homework for 10%, and non-cumulative exam for 60%, and the final for the rest to 30%. And click the save button, you will see all the grades are saved. So what have we wanted like to just like so if we have like for example we have 5 exam, you want to ignore the lowest score, so you want to drop that score from the calculation. You just click edit, number of score to be ignored. You want to check lowest score to be ignored is one lowest score to be ignored. So if you click this, you will allow all students in your class having one bad exam not impacting their final grade. Then click save. If you want this exam to be mandatory and then miss it, you can just say never drop any of those. So if anyone cannot make the first exam, you can just say never drop the first exam, or you don't want to drop, or just drop the lowest exam from the calculation. In this case, each exam carries 20% of the grade. So one rule is to drop the lowest score. So out of 4, there are only 3 exams count to the grade. Each constitute 20%. And this is a help you weight different assignment based on like the grade. Let's see just how weighted or unweighted like the assignment can change student grade. If we unweight the assignment, perhaps the test student now has a solid A. Solid A is 93%. This only homework for this is, I'll talk about this later. So now we have this 93 when they're unweighted. If you back there and if you weight it, there will be change. But I will talk to you this later. And for now, I want to talk about like the exam grading strategy. For all like a mathematics exams, I try to I try to give a score in an equitable and reasonable manner. So I using a rubric for all the exams. So I evaluated on their understanding of the concept. Like, do they have conceptual errors or not? Or next gonna be the mathematical operations. So there any computational errors or is there any just algebraic mistake? Last and the third one is like the mathematical communication and notations. Since this is a math exam, you stu- all students are expected to use the mathematical notations and all the reasonings for their answers and for their all their work show for like free response. And whether they're absent or not absent to the exam, resulting in 100 points. You can make all the categories, all the ratings based on like your like yeah, based on your personal preference. So for me, I have those different categories like I have A level, B, C, D, E is the fail or no score. If student cheated on exam, I'm giving them a score of 0 instead of an F or E. Use the rubric. You can how to apply the rubric. So when you go to like the assignment tab, if you find any of the assignment here, you can here add rubric. There's no break here, and you don't want to make them every time. So you can find the rubric. You can find the corresponding rubric, and then it applies to this assignment. And when you're grading the exams, and how to use the rubric is you have like the speed, you have like speed graders here. So when your lecture is large enough, it's like you have like a recitation or kind of groups section. You choose the first group, and then make sure you have a group. If you don't have a group, even if you have like 1,000 students in there, it's not gonna work. So you just enter like speed grader here. First, the student, perhaps him, is if he shows some good understanding of the all the concept. There's no errors. You can just give them an A. So when you apply to the rubric level, it automatically gave a score which is a higher bound of each rating. And if you feel like this exam that I can say was like a highest A level, maybe give them like A minus and just to customize your score. It's in this level, but it's still like A minus because like there's some like very tiny bit of a major conceptual understanding errors. So I can give it an A, so I will give it A minus instead of a losing point for every single thing. Because if you lose half of a point, it's an F. It's not fair for a student if they understanding if they show partial understanding for all of the question, but they don't get an F. No. Any for when I just grade all like the assignment for A letter grade, for like A or A minus or even A plus, it just for the highest level mastery, which is like exceeding the expectations. And then when it's just meeting the expectation, just not, and you're doing more than like a bare minimum, and they're just understanding the thing, then they should be like like 80, 85, so low B, so it should either give them like a B minus, B, or B plus. Where C grade is like the student demonstrate partial understanding or partial mastery of the learning objectives, or they just do the bare minimum. That deserve like either like a C minus or C or a C plus based on how well the rest of the or like a work is. And for D is like it's doing way is just doing like a marginal or just kind of low effort, like not very good, and it's just like under the expectations. And for F is like it's full of errors or not turned it in or any kind of, or it's like the work it is incorrect format or just like or just nothing. I've only give a zero if there's a cheating involved. Otherwise, I just give them like an F because they deserve some like the score, but because they are learning, but not at the level they should pass the scores or pass the exam. That's how I defined for different grades from A, B, C, D, F, or zero. And he sometimes rush through like the thing, so some like occasionally make some mistakes. I've give him like this is like a high B. I mean, just like a high B plus or whatever it is. But his work used all like the notations that is all have limit, integration, like it or like the signs here like a limit, integrals, or like the notations there, full point. And he is at the exam and turned them online, so totally gonna give them 92.5, and then submit one score that's up there. And then you want to grade another one, you can just go to this one, just jump to the next one. Well, Ethan is more of a like type A personality, and he always rush through the thing. Sometimes he doesn't read the question, like what is like, so what the question they're asking for. Something he just ignore like a major details, like it's. So if you just feel like this is like a C range, is like he sometimes just makes like a major mistake. So if there's more errors on conceptual understanding, just give him like a high C or something. This deserve like a solid C. For operations, he he can compute everything correct, so it's a full point. And mathematical communication, he used notations, but sometimes he forgot, or he just think is occasionally forgot them, so that is like a high B. So this is like, so I'll give him like 86%, so like a high B or like a low B plus is like it. It's just only 1 to 2 missing notation on the entire exam, and he is present to the exam, and now we save the score, giving a total of 86.5 points. So that's a high B. When you enter the score here, you will automatically give transfer to a letter grade. and then you just do the same process for all the student here. Well, just don't rush through the exam. So for me, I'm just try to make the videos as short as possible. So please don't rush for every grading, because all the grading matters. Because all the grade affect the student achievement and everything. So please don't mess it up. I just gave them a random score. And then like low, high B plus, whatever it is. This dude is just a randomly score here. When we save here, just entering the score. So you just like he's a perfect straight A student. You just give them like straight A's here. It's just like this one was like you can just custom score here. It's like save, make sure you save the score. And you just like will the rubric, just make sure they're under. This is like a B. Make sure it's just check those ranges. Solid B, like high B. 87%. This is just more like submit. Okay. Now go to Gradebook. Now you just finish one of the groups. And if you don't want to, now let's talk about like the posting grade. You may be wondering that you don't want to immediately explode, because like when you grade student, every student will see the score. So some student will just ask like, why my score was still not there? Here's why. If you click three dots on the gradebook, like the assignment here, you can see. And if you want to publish them manually, see like scroll down all the way to the bottom, see like grading posting policy, manually put all the grade. So you would make sure they're manually that now the grade is not posted, so like they can't see anything about like the exam. Do you see all like those like the eyes icon? This means now student can't see their grade change because the exam was not published. I just finished one group of the grading. Now we back to the assignment. It's going to be exam 2. You're going to choose another group that you have not graded yet, and it should be grader. It's the same process. And you want to make sure you use the rubric properly, and yep. So those are just like just interesting, like great things here. You just make sure you having those ready. For him, he didn't come to the exam. So it's like F. Hidden. So only three of them. Already just randomly. 90.5. I do want to give them full mark. Just to rush through everything, so don't do this to your student. So please don't do this to your student because you want to be accurate, as accurate as possible. Now into like Gradebook. Now you can see the icon here. If you want to post them, post grade. Everyone. So you want to make sure everyone grade is received, so you can receive only you can receive by the batches. So for example, if you want to receive group one, just only see like only select graded to the course, or if you want to post them all, then just post all of them. Now the grade is changed, and you want to post the next exam again, so it's the same thing, and you see post grade. Some exams are hidden, so just to post them. All the grade will be entered as calculated as projected. Now let's back to previous topic that what happened if the weighting was not adjusted, how the weighting between different groups matters or impacts student grade. Okay, so when you just I forgot when the grade all the windows are not here. So if you do not want to like post all like grade here, so please so I'm just so I'm gonna hide them. So you don't want to post the grade. So now I'm gonna back to the eyes here again. You will see those like reminder here. Now you want to post them. You just enter post grade again. Everyone is everyone grade is posted. And if you just want to choosing like a random student here, if you want to do Evelyn with her grade, that after the grade is now because there's only two of the exam, the taking the lowest exam will be dropped. And if you uncheck this calculate based on the grading assignment, all of them will be as zero. So this means like you assume the remaining grades 0, 0. This is what grade will Evelyn receive if she just stopped doing anything for the class. So make sure this box is checked. For all the student, and they will see their averages compare to all other student. You will see like a median, the mean, and for the high and low, all like a basic statistic of it. Just compare if you want to curve the grade or not. Okay, back to the grade. So if you want to, then now you see that Evelyn has a B. That Evelyn has a high C plus. It's almost a B minus. If we unweight all the grade, what would happen. Now we're back to see it. Evelyn, that just depends on how it will be because their weight is the same, so that doesn't change much. Let's take another example. So if Sierra now has an A, because two of them there, because this is dropped, this is their averages. Now let's just if we now Sierra has 93% as an A. What happens if you weight all the assignment? Guess what Sierra's grade will be? Now you see her grade goes down because we weighted each thing, so it doesn't average, so it just change. So after the weighting is adjusted or applied, a student grade can increases, decreases, or remain the same. So that is just how everything gonna work. And when any assignment dropped, you will see this X button. You will see the assignment dropped and will not be considered to the total grade calculation. So for her, this exam will not be part of her final grade calculation because she did pretty bad, I think. And now, if you see like a rubric, and you will see where you're at the rubric, and you will know how the points are being calculated. So some student may ask that how I'm going to curve the grade. So how you curve the grade is like if you back to like the back to three dot here is the curve grade. Now the average score is so I'm going to curve to like a low B minus is going to be like curve to 81%. For now, and for now, this is averages. This is averages. You want curve all the grade to like a low B minus. Everyone's score will be adjusted. Everyone's score will be adjusted accordingly. And hit the curved grade. All scores are updated. And if you just want, and for this one, if you just that's just how we just using like Gradebook, just using letter grade and curve grade and using the rubric. I hope this is very helpful videos for all the instructors. And I'm making a video because using different grading technique can be very. I mean, because you're a teacher, you're expect to be accurate and to be showing your having the skills that you're able to do things as a teacher and to be equitable and to be fair to everyone in the classroom. Why grading is important? Because lots of students, especially for college students, they rely on like scholarships or financial aid or lots of NCAA or anything. They need grade. So please avoid making any errors. I know humans making errors, but please don't mess up on like reading stuff. Because students, they do really care. They want to do well. I hope this video is helpful, and I hope every instructor can be more technology literate on their grading, and you will be an amazing teacher in the future. And have a wonderful day.